Hello, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a family game night video of a Recon the role-playing game story from years ago. For those of you who don't know, check out my other videos on Recon the role-playing game. It is a role-playing game, tabletop role-playing game of modern warfare. It's pretty much set in Vietnam, but you can become a mercenary after Vietnam and blah blah blah. And it moves transitions pretty seamlessly to that. And in Recon, as in the military back then, each player had a primary and secondary MOS, military occupational specialty. And in this game, Grenadiers had, their job was to carry a 40mm grenade launcher. They called it a thumper, they called it a, what else was it? They had a number of names for it. They called it a thumper, but it was essentially because it made a thumping noise when you fired it, and a big explosion on the other end. Well, depending on the ammo you used, of course, because they had different kinds of ammo for it. You could, they had parachute flares, so you could shoot it high up in the sky and it would light up an area as the flare came down. They had what are called flechette rounds, which turns this 40mm grenade launcher into a very big shotgun. It's good for crowd control, as it were. They had white phosphorus rounds, which have white phosphorus in the shell. When it hits, it explodes and scatters white phosphorus everywhere. For those of you who don't know, white phosphorus burns as long as it has oxygen. It'll burn underwater, it'll burn in a wound. It's just nasty. They call it Willie Pete, white phosphorus. Of course, they have high explosive, they have fragmentation rounds. High explosive rounds are used when they blow up. They have a massive concussion effect. They're good for destroying fortresses, things like that. Hardened emplacements. Fragmentation rounds, when they explode, they send out shrapnel. They're anti-personnel rounds. A variety of things you can put in a 40mm grenade launcher. It makes them a very versatile weapon. And the person with a grenade launcher in Recon was a valued player. He was an important player, part of the team, because he carried a good part of the firepower of the team. Later on, they came out with what's called an M203, which is an M16 with a 40mm grenade launcher mounted underneath. Very effective combination. Now, sometimes in tabletop role-playing games, a player will create a really great character. I mean, a really, really great character. He's got great stats. He's as prepared as possible. This player makes the best possible decisions. But sometimes bad die rolls get you. I mentioned my friend Randy in another video. Same thing happened to him all the time. And it can happen to anyone. No matter how good of a character you have, bad die rolls will kill you. It's just the way it is. It's just bad luck, is all it is. Such was the case with my friend Earl. Earl created a Grenadier and rolled really, really well. He had a 95% ability with a grenade launcher. And he was very happy, and that's good. Usually you know, anything from 60 to 80 is about average, and he rolled a 95, so he was good with that. He had plenty of ammo, various types of ammo, the kind I mentioned, and he brought plenty of regular hand grenades as well, because he was good with them too. And so they set out on the mission. I was running the game, so they set out on this mission. The mission was a standard recon of a small valley area between two hills, and one was kind of a bigger hill. I guess one could be considered a mountain, but the other was a little hill. And they had reports that the Viet Cong were using the valley in there as a supply route, so they went in to recon the area. It was a very standard mission in Recon. It was very heavily wooded, raining constantly, and of course they ran into a VC ambush. So Earl gets cover, he does everything he's supposed to do, he does it right. He jumps in there, gets behind cover, and he's looking and trying to find the biggest concentrations so he can obliterate him with this 40mm grenade launcher. His first shot, he rolled a 98, and he missed. And when there's a grenade round, you have to roll for where it hit, and And when he rolled so bad it was ridiculous. He blew up the team's radio telephone operator, which is their communications guy. Now they can't contact anyone. It's like crap. So the firefight's continuing. Next round, he reloads and he's ready to go again. His second shot, he rolled a 97. He killed the lieutenant, the pigman, and the medic, all with one shot. At this point, he's starting to question, you know. So the firefight continues. The next round, his third shot, he rolled a 99. And he killed our sniper, who was hiding up in a tree. He climbed a tree to get a better shot at him, and he rolled badly, and the grenade went up in the tree and blew up the sniper. So now it's him and one other guy, and he thinks, okay, the grenade launcher's not getting it done. So he pulls out a grenade, he pulls the pin, he's going to throw it, and of course, he rolled a double aught. The grenade bounced off a tree and landed in his own lap and killed the last two members of the team. Yeah, we didn't let Earl roll up any more Grenadiers. He said, but I rolled a really great one. We don't care. You're not getting any more explosives. No more explosives for you. Sometimes you just... there's such thing as luck, and then there's a such thing as bad luck. There's nothing you can do about it. It affects everyone. The Cockeyed Grenadier of Company C. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.